No matter how much we talk about it, the universe keeps proving how weird it truly is. For almost a century, we've had this simple story. It all kicked off with the Big Bang, one single moment that started space, time, and everything. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the Big Bang wasn't page one? All right, let me explain this. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist has a radical idea that some people are saying could explain what the James Webb Telescope is seeing right now. And it's a chilling thought, that we might be seeing the ghosts of a universe that existed before ours. We've all heard about the impossible galaxies the Webb is finding. Galaxies that are way too big, too bright, and too perfect to be there so early. Could they actually be relics from a previous cosmos? We are on the trail of a cosmic mystery that could rewrite everything we thought we knew. Since it first opened its golden eye, the Webb telescope has been staring back into the dawn of time. Its whole mission is to see the very first stars and galaxies from just a couple 100 million years after the Big Bang. Now, according to our standard model of cosmology, that early universe should have been a cosmic nursery, basically full of tiny baby galaxies. It takes a long, long time for gravity to build the huge structures we see today. But that's not what Webb is finding. It's like looking into a nursery and finding fully grown adults. The telescope spotted objects whose light has been traveling for over 13 billion years, putting them in the universe's infancy. And yet, these weren't the small, primitive star clusters we expected. They were giants, some appearing as massive as our own Milky Way is today. Astronomers literally nicknamed them universe breakers because they just shouldn't exist so soon. According to the standard model, there simply wasn't enough time or enough stuff for galaxies that big to form. It would be like building a skyscraper in a week with only a handful of bricks. And it's not just one or two. Webb has found hundreds of these things that are far brighter and more massive than any of our models can explain. It sent a shockwave through the scientific community, forcing them to ask a tough question. Is our model of the universe just wrong? At first, scientists tried to explain it away. Maybe these galaxies are just powered by the very first generation of stars, these theoretical population 3 stars that would have been way bigger and brighter than anything today. Or, as some recent studies are suggesting, maybe we're not seeing giant galaxies at all. Maybe we're seeing an optical illusion created by supermassive black holes gobbling up matter at their centers. These things, nicknamed little red dots, could be masquerading as impossibly large galaxies. But even those ideas don't solve the whole puzzle. The sheer number of them is the real problem. And this is where it gets even weirder than before. Webb's new, super precise measurements have made an old problem, the Hubble tension, even worse. Basically, when we measure how fast the universe is expanding based on the early universe, we get one number. But when we measure it using the universe today, we get a different, faster number. And they don't agree. It's almost like the universe had a secret head start, like it wasn't starting from scratch. This has led some scientists to consider an idea that used to be on the fringe. What if the problem isn't the galaxies, but our biggest assumption? What if the Big Bang wasn't the absolute beginning? And this is where the work of a Nobel laureate turns this whole puzzle into a mind-bending new reality. Sir Roger Penrose, who won the Nobel Prize in 2020 for his work on black holes, is one of the most brilliant and audacious minds out there. For years, he's been pushing a theory that challenges the Big Bang as a one-time thing. It's called Conformal cyclic cosmology, or CCC. I want you all to bear with me here for a second. Penrose suggests our universe is just one in an endless series of universes, which he calls eons.
This, on the left, is the sort of standard view of what the universe looks like, Big Bang out to this exponential remote future expansion. This is stretched and squashed, but this stretched out infinity becomes the Big Bang of the next eon. I'm calling that an eon, A-E-O-N, and we had a previous eon, another one after us.
Each eon starts with a big bang and expands for trillions of years until all matter gets swallowed by supermassive black holes. Then, over almost infinite time, even those black holes evaporate away through something called Hawking radiation. At the very end, the universe is cold, dark, and empty, with nothing but massless photons. In a universe without mass, you can't measure size. Scale becomes meaningless. So an infinitely large, empty universe becomes mathematically identical to an infinitely small, dense point, a Big Bang. The end of one universe seamlessly becomes the start of the next. The cosmos is in a forever cycle of death and rebirth. Now, this isn't just some cool math. It offers a wild explanation for what JWST is seeing. If Penrose is right, those impossible galaxies aren't impossible at all. They could be inherited structures, cosmic fossils, from the eon before ours. The Big Bang wasn't a creation from nothing, but a violent transition that carried the seeds of a previous cosmos into our own. The universe wasn't building from scratch, it was recycling. A theory this grand needs some serious evidence, and Penrose believes he found it, hidden in the faint afterglow of our own Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. According to his theory, the end of the last aeon would have involved supermassive black holes dying and releasing huge bursts of energy. Penrose argues these explosions would punch through the Big Bang, leaving faint hotspots on our CMB. He calls them Hawking points. A few years back, he and his team claimed they actually found these spots in the data, declaring it the first evidence of a universe before ours. However, and this is a big however, it's crucial to state that this theory is on the absolute edge of science. The mainstream community is highly skeptical. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that how science is supposed to work anyways? Other scientists looked at the data and said these Hawking points are not statistically significant. Basically, if you look for patterns in a huge random data set, you're bound to find something. To date, there is no consensus that these points are real. The connection between Penrose's theory and what JWST is seeing is, for now, a very speculative leap. It's a compelling story, but not yet proven science. But the clues from Webb are undeniable. The telescope has shown us that the early universe is far weirder and more mature than we ever imagined. It's opened a crack in our standard model. Could a theory like conformal cyclic cosmology be the thing that breaks it wide open? We are living in a revolutionary time for astronomy, where every new image could hold the key. Let us know what you think these mysterious objects could be. Are we seeing the ghosts of a previous universe? And if your mind is as blown as ours, smash that like button and subscribe. We're at a fascinating crossroads. The James Webb Space Telescope is feeding us clues that challenge our most fundamental story. We found things that, according to our rulebook, just shouldn't be there. And we have a Nobel laureate's audacious theory that says maybe we need to throw the rulebook out entirely. A theory that suggests our universe is just one breath in an eternal cosmic cycle. Are Webb's impossible galaxies really echoes from a lost eon? Is Penrose right? Truth is, no one knows. The scientific jury is still out. But the questions have been asked, and the investigation has begun. We are cosmic detectives, piecing together a story billions of years in the making. The only thing that's certain is that the universe is not as simple as we once thought, and it feels like its greatest secrets are only now beginning to be revealed.